So today we're going to be talking about how to get data out of TapClicks. So we do that in a variety of different ways, and we'll just kind of go one by one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we can start with the report scheduler.
Yeah, the report scheduler, this is the most common way, commonly used in-platform feature that just allows you to basically take any data in the system and schedule it to an email address, whether you want to send it as a CSV or an Excel file. We have a feature that just allows you to, again, send it daily, weekly, monthly, any cadence as your choice. It is super powerful and super easy to use. And again, most common way to kind of export some data out of the system.
Cool, thanks. So yeah, the next method we have is data exporter. So this allows you to, again, schedule data to be exported out of the system, but in this instance, it's being sent to some sort of data warehouse or file storage location. So we've got a few that we send it to: BigQuery, S3, Snowflake, FTP. So whatever kind of makes the most sense, we can ship it out there.
Absolutely, and it's super powerful and super easy to use. Even the non-technical users that I have personally have gone in there on the first try and set it up, no problem.
Cool. So yeah, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, absolutely. I get the next one. The data replication. So this is more of an advanced feature, I've always thought. So this is for those clients that people come to us for different reasons. Some people come to us just for visualizations, and some people come to us to help them with their data. So this is for more the latter, like those people that are coming to us for data. So they're able to, instead of pick and choose, like the report scheduler or the data exporter that we've talked about, the replicator, just like its name, allows you to just replicate all the data into one of those most common warehouses like Google BigQuery, Snowflake, Redshift, et cetera. And again, it's just all your data.
Right, and it's like as Steve was saying, it gets all your data out of our system into somewhere that you would like it, or the client would like it, and really it's you can do whatever you want with it from that point. Great, so I can go into the next one. This is one that kind of hold very closely to my heart. It's our Google Sheets product. So slightly different from our data exporter and data replication. Again, we're talking data out here, so it's getting data into another system. But our Google Sheets product is an add-on that lives within Google Sheets, and this allows you to kind of specify a query in Google Sheets to pull the data out of your TapClicks instance. So if I'm looking for just performance metrics, I can set up that query in my Google Sheet, whether I'm building it from the sidebar or using a formula. But I can pull that data in and have it refreshed on a daily, weekly, monthly basis if I'd like. And then with that data, I can do things like do some custom transformations or reporting. So if I want to build pacing reports, if I want to get that data into Looker Studio, however I want to, that data is living in a Google Sheet, and I can kind of interact with it, however I want.
Yeah, and the only thing to add to that besides the pacing, I've seen clients use it for like billing reports. Obviously, we know if you overspend, that's a bigger problem than if you underspend. But exporting that data into there for their finance team to make sure that you are billing what you actually spent that month. So I'll jump into the TapAPI. So for the more technical users that don't want to go in platform, this is a great tool. You can basically pick and choose what fields you want using the well-structured API calls. There's really good documentation on it, and obviously we can support you as well. Again, not as super common, but it's definitely common for the more technical users that don't want to go in and out.
Right, and as someone who definitely is a more technical user, an API is definitely my preferred method of getting data, and I can just kind of query the data however I want, and whether I'm using that JSON to power a front-end app or storing the data, I really get to kind of make my own choices on that. Do you want me to do the TapAccess one?
Yeah,
cool.
I know you built that, so.
Great. So yeah, TapAccess is another one that's pretty close to my heart. It's a feature that allows you to share data from one TapAccess instance to the other. And you may be asking, why do I need to share data from one instance to the other? Really, the use case here is if you're a client of another TapClicks customer, or if you have clients that also use TapClicks, we give you the ability to kind of very seamlessly share data from your instance to their instance, vice versa, so that, again, you're not sending reports back and forth or things like that.
Absolutely. And the most common, this feature is near and dear to my heart as well. It was built for one of my clients. So perfect example is they're working with programmatic providers, and that programmatic provider basically says, here's your credentials. This is all your data. But that works well for the receiving instance or the managed service company I work with, but they can't then go and share that with Ramsey's agency because they're going to see all their spend and everything. So TapClicks is that middle ground. TapAccess is that middle ground that allows you to manipulate the data and say, okay, I only want to send these certain metrics to Ramsey, or I only want to send these certain metrics to agency X. Huge feature, common, happens all the time between a lot of our partners. I even have a case from Thursday that came up where we're setting it up again for another client.
Nice. So, I mean, we've went through quite a few. So just to recap, we've talked about report scheduler, we've talked about data exporter, we've talked about the data replication service, we've talked about our Google Sheets product, we've talked about the API, and we've just talked about TapAccess. So there's a number of ways of getting data from TapClicks into pretty much wherever you need it. I mean, you've had some accounts where folks are using probably multiple of these to get data for different use cases. So yeah, that's all we had to kind of cover today. I hope that was helpful, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Ramsey.